It's about working together. It's not about finding that individualism.
Yep.
In today's world, there's a lot of individualism. So how do you make sure that the guys stay focused on each other and not just what they can do statistically?
Yeah, it's okay to, the individual getting attention, but what we always give attention to is the guys that are doing the dirty work behind the scenes and the guys that are setting up. Sai's here, and Sai has 1 or 2 goals in the year, but the reason why we scored the goals we had is because Sai set up a lot of these goals of his unselfishness and the stuff that he does behind the scenes that doesn't get seen. We had other guys here, Tyler, who took a role a week ago saying, I'll be a D-Midi, I'll help the team win. So it's about, these guys sacrificing the individualism to help the team be successful, and that's what it's always been about, and these guys have done a great job of that so far.
And we're going to jump into rapid fire with you so we can hear from your student athletes.
Yep.
You and I played this before. We know what it's about. You've been on the show many times, so we can ask each other anything in the world. It's not pre-planned, and we are in front of a bunch of people, and we're also filming worldwide and doing audio worldwide. So no pressure for either one of us. You get to ask the first question. What do you got?
Greatest moment in your career?
Greatest moment in my career.
Yeah.
I would probably, there's a few, but
There's got to be one that stands out.
yeah, greatest moment in my career. It would probably be for my exclusive multimedia marketing partnerships that we have with Lemoyne, Bryan and Stratton College of Syracuse, and Binghamton University. That was an idea that I had over 3 years ago. And I remember the day I met Bob Beretta, the AD at Lemoyne, I said to myself, you need to meet with him and you need to have this plan ready. And we sat down and I was prepared and I knew what I was going to do and had it all mapped out. And that was almost a full 3 years ago. And I can honestly say that moment, because I got to make the announcement with my dad who went to Lemoyne. So I brought my dad on campus and we filmed right there on campus with the main building behind us. And I got to tell my dad what was going on, and I actually got to tell him officially off the air when he was at my house, and I came outside and I said, guess what? So I'd probably say that moment because it was the creation of a giant arm of my company where we really get to do some amazing things with colleges and universities.
And you make your dad proud of his alma mater as well, right?
Yeah,
so that shouldn't hurt.
And they treat me like a dolphin now, so I will say that.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck. Chuck, what is, outside of lacrosse, since you've done so many great things in lacrosse, what is your most prized anything, outside of the world of lacrosse, what is your best moment, best thing that you have in your life outside of the sport itself?
It's always family, just watching your kids do things that are, that one better things. I think all your family events, anything that your kids are able to do for the first time, seeing success from them, even my littlest one, playing lacrosse, he had a goal, watching him do something that's, that you, as a father, you can't really put those things into words. So, anything to do with my family and, especially my kids accomplishing things that you can only dream of, So those moments are always, you can't just pick one because I got 3 kids and all of them done, something that's, it's not even about athletics sometimes. It's about those little things in life that you see growth, so. Any one of those.
All right. What's your last one for me? Second one.
So, next question.
Yep.
So we said, how about your most memorable interview with the person that, obviously stands out to you and, maybe you get to pinch yourself and you're doing it?
I'd probably say it was not just the interview, but it was who I got to be with, and it was how it happened. So I've sat with Jim Boeheim in his office a couple times, just him. And it's funny now looking at Adrian being the head coach, because I remember he came up to me and he said, I see you with Boeheim and I see you kind of just get through everybody and you're talking with him. He goes, You were in his office, you got 20 minutes with him. He's like, my office is next door, I can't get 5 minutes with Jim Bay. So being in Jim's office, overlooking the court at the Mello Center, and a couple times getting to do these interviews and really talk about anything.
Sure.
I mean that's surreal to me. Is Coach K, Jim Boeheim, Roy Williams, Buzz Williams, Kelvin Sampson, Tom Izzo, Rick Pitino. I mean the Jay Wright. These larger than life guys that you just start to talk with over the years and build relationships with, hopefully. And I can honestly say that Jim never yelled at me in a press conference, so it's a claim to fame. So
that is a good claim right there.
And Coach B is, he's out there continuing to do things for the community, and we appreciate it. And he's still trying to help other coaches come up, which I respect that as well. So my last question for you before we get to your student athletes, Chuck, is since we're in a bar restaurant right now at Heritage Hill North, and they have flatbreads, what are you putting on, if you had to eat one pizza for the rest of your life, what are the toppings and why?
I mean, I'm a simple, I like just cheese, but if I gotta spice it up a little bit, peppers, onions.
Okay.
Simple, the old Italian style, right? Every Italian family has their own peppers and onions on it that their nana or nani put on it. That's how they made it. Maybe a little mushrooms or something. So probably one of those.
All right, fair enough. Well, we got your student athletes coming up here in just a couple of minutes. We're going to take a step aside on YouTube and Facebook and Podbean. And Chuck, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back here from Heritage Hill North in just